Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Sadar Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam Prabhuji.
Shivaratri. Ratri means it is in the night, no?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam.
So how can day be Ratri? Ratri means in the night. Now we are in the day.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Chalo, we will do some discussion today.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So today the main theme will be how we can stay pure in material contamination. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudire.
Tato Jayamudire.
Ashtaprayasha Bhadreshu.
Nashtaprayashu Bhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Tam Bhagavati Sevaya.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Vinayashtiki.
Nastiki.
Pranayamena Trivrita. Anendriya Manomalam. Yudasya Bhidhyanen. Guruna Gurum. Pranayamena Trivrita.
Pranayamena Trivrita.
Anendriya Manomalam.
Pranendriya Manomalam.
Ganay Vyudasya Abhidhyayen. Manasa Guruna Gurum. Pran. Okay, sorry. I will give them a chance. Yeah, start. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्राणायामेन त्रिवृता प्राणेन्द्रिया मनोमलं शनैर्व्यूधस्याभिध्यायेन् मनसा गुरुणा गुरुम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्राणायामे त्रिवृत्ता प्राणेन्द्रिय मनोमलं शनैर्भूतस्याभि अभिध्यायेन् मनसा गुरुणां गुरुं। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। थैंक यू।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्राणायामेन त्रिविद्या प्राणेन्द्रिया मनोमलं सन्निर्विद्यस्य अभिध्याये मनसा गुरुणा गुरुम। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्राणायामेन त्रिव्रता प्राणेन्द्रिया मनोमलं शनैर्यूढस्य भिध्यायेन् मनसा गुरुणा गुरुम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्राणायामेन त्रिवृता प्राणेन्द्रिया मनोमलं शनैर्यूढस्य भिध्यायेन् मनसा गुरुणा गुरुम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्राणायामेन त्रिव्रता प्राणेन्द्रिय मनोमलं शनैर्वृदस्याभिध्यायेन् मनसा गुरुणा गुरुम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्राणेयमेन त्रिव्रता प्राणेन्द्रिया मनोमलं शनैर्व्यूढस्याभिध्यायेन् मनसा गुरुणा गुरुम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्राणायामेन त्रिवृत्ता प्राणेन्द्रिया मनोमलं सानिर्व्यस्य अभिध्यायन् मानसा गुरुना गुरुम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्राणायामेन त्रिवृत्ता प्राणान्द्रिया मनोमलं शयनवृद्धासि अभिदास ये मानसा गुरुना गुरुम। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Done. Okay. Everybody has done. So let us proceed. Pranayamena, by breathing exercises. Trivrata, by the three recommended ways. Prana Indriya, the life air and the senses. Manaha, mind. Malam, impurity. Shanai, gradually. Vyudasya, giving up. Abhidhyaye, meditate upon. Manasa, by the mind. Guruna, undisturbed. Guru, the supreme spiritual master. Krishna. After sitting on your seat, practice the three kind of breathing exercise and gradually control the life, air, mind and the senses. Completely free yourself from all material contamination and with great patience begin to meditate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. After sitting on your seat, practice the three kind of breathing exercises and thus gradually control the life air, the mind and the senses. Completely free yourself from all material contamination and with great patience begin to meditate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. In this verse, the entire yoga system is described in summary, and special stress is given to the breathing exercises for stopping the disturbing mind. The mind by nature is always oscillating, for it is very fickle, but the breathing exercise is meant to control it. This process of controlling the mind might have been very possible in those days, millions of years ago, when Dhruva Maharaj took to it. But at the present moment, the mind has to be fixed directly on the lotus feet of the Lord by chanting process. By chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one immediately concentrates on the sound vibration and thinks of the lotus feet of the Lord, and very quickly one is elevated to the position of samadhi or trance. If one goes on chanting the holy names of the Lord, which are not different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, naturally his mind becomes absorbed in thought of the Lord. It is here recommended to Dhruva Maharaj that he meditate on the Supreme Guru or Supreme Spiritual Master. The Supreme Spiritual Master is Krishna, who is therefore known as Chaitya Guru. This refers to the Super Soul who is sitting in everyone's heart. He helps from within, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, and he sends the spiritual master who helps from without. The spiritual master is the external manifestation of the Chaitya Guru, or the spiritual master sitting in everyone's heart. The process by which we give up our thoughts of material things is called pratyahara, which entails being free from all material thoughts and engagements. The word abhidhyayate, which is used in this verse, indicates that unless one's mind is fixed, one cannot meditate. The conclusion, therefore, is that meditation means thinking of the Lord within. Whether one comes to that stage by the Ashtanga Yoga system or by method recommended in the Shastras, especially for this present age, to constantly chant the holy name of the Lord, the goal is to meditate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunabadi Pashat Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Pranayamena Trivrata Pranendriya Manomalam Shanaivyudasya Abhidhyayen Manasa Gurunam Gurum. After sitting on your seat, practicing three kinds of breathing exercise and thus gradually control the life air, the mind and the senses. Completely free yourself from all material contamination. And with great patience, begin to meditate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I hope the audio is clear.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So Prabhupada says in the right that this is the summary of the Krishna consciousness, this is the summary of the whole spiritual life, this is the summary of the Bhagavad, the summary of the Bhagavad Gita. But sometimes we forget this very summary. Just like we talk about Karma Kandi Brahmins. Sometimes you meet them when you go to Dham. They say, I am a Brahmin, give me Diksha. But see his behavior, how is he harassing the visitors for money. We really don't feel inspired to hear anything from him. That means, what do you feel bad? You see that he's declaring as the Brahmana, but we don't see any Brahminical qualities manifest within him. And he very forgot the very practice of spiritual life is for self-purification. True? Sometimes somebody says, I am a Brahmin. Before election, all the politicians will also start showing we are very devoted. Some of them start showing their thread also. See, I am a Brahmin. And we wonder which Brahmin it is. but still, we see It is making sound. But we still see, we are able to find fault with it because we say this is too much. We do not find any symptoms of self-purification in it. So people generally forget the very essence of Krishna consciousness is self-purification, including we ourselves. We were doing sadhana, but so-called sadhana we are doing, so-called sadhana we are doing, and if at all the focus is self-purification, you will see the quality of japa will be very good. We are very much aware of the contamination. See, the other person may not be aware, at least we are aware, no? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, everything is visible, Mother. Everything is visible for a devotee who is sincere. He can see these things are still happening. The material contamination is still there. When we can see the material contamination, how is it that we do not have any effort in sadhana? Prabhupada says very nicely, Hamila, keep it. Prabhupada says very nicely that when the material contamination is there, by nature, person is not a devotee. Till we have material contamination, actually we are not devotees. Sometimes we think in reverse. We think in a way that the whole existence is material world and there is a small spiritual world. That's how we think. And we have to go to that, some planet called small spiritual world. But actually, it's reverse. It's all pervading the spiritual world. And material world is a small cloud in that. It's reverse. And even in this cloud, Jivana Mukta sa uchyate. If you can be free from material contamination, you are not going to live in the material world. Even this is also part of the spiritual world. So, it is our material contamination which is not allowing us to look at the truth the way it is. Just like we gave a very good example, the child tells the mother, I want moon, and the mother gives an illusion. So it is the child's decision to stay in the illusion. So it is our own decision because of material contamination. Because of that, we are not seeing the spiritual world at this moment. So what differentiates a pure devotee from us? Pure devotee has no material contamination. Once Srila Prabhupada was saying very simple words to his disciple, the difference between you and me is that I have no sex desire. Simple. Because sex desire is a manifestation of acute sickness of material contamination. Very nicely said. That's the only difference between you and me. I don't have any sex desire. Simple, because that's all the disciple. More things you tell, I have no desire for name, I have no desire for fame, maybe they cannot understand. But at least a small thing for gross people like us, there is no such desire. So as devotee advances the spiritual life, he becomes free from material contamination. And the more the material contamination is there, the more we are actually not able to see things as they are. Okay, so this point is clear that actually when the material contamination is present, by nature, we are not devotees. So that's why when I was saying I am a devotee, I am a senior devotee, we are not devotee itself. Devotee means there was somebody who went to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, so many material desires are harassing me. So Prabhupada looked at him. Prabhupada said, you are not a Vaishnava. Prabhupada, I'm chanting Hare Krishna. Prabhupada said, Vaishnava is a very big thing. You are making a show. You're not a Vaishnava. So when we are seeing that in our heart there are so many material desires, actually we should be very confident that actually I am making a show. I am not a devotee. Devotee means these things do not exist. The Bhagavatam gives an example. Is it possible that Indra is digging a well for water? It is not possible. Not possible. So similarly, is it possible that somebody in Krishna consciousness is struggling to control the mind? Not possible. Not possible. The very fact is we are not devotees now, therefore there is a struggle. Vaishnava means totally protected from the Lord. Totally protected by the Lord. That's Vaishnava. And not only physical, even mentally. Maya cannot touch him. Physically, see Prahlad Maharaj, nobody could touch him. Mentally means full of love of Krishna. All the time the mind is flowing in love of Krishna. That is what we want. And material contamination, imagine. Prabhupada says, very foolishly we have disinherited ourselves from the spiritual world and the pleasures of the spiritual world. We have disinherited ourselves. It is we. Atma Kritam Vipakam. It is I who is responsible for the situation I am in. The situation of material contamination that I see today is because of collection of unwanted millions of desires which are accumulated in millions of births. Karmatrakam yena sharir bandha. Parabhavasthavadabo. What should I do then? Parabhavasthavadabo jatam yavanna jigyasa atmatattvam. In this heart, in this very difficult situation, at least develop Atma Tattva. Who am I, Lord? Who am I? Keami, who am I? Why I am suffering in this world? We should have this inquiry should awaken within the heart. Parabhavastavad bodha jatam yavanna jigyasa atma tattvam yavat kriya tavad idam manovi. Whatever we do, we develop a mentality like that. Karmatmakam yena sharir bandha. So Krishna puts the devotees under test and troubles just to purify them. That is his objective. Nothing lamentable happens in the kingdom of God. And Krishna puts us in a situation, but not that we're now going to sleep. You have to act. You have to be very intelligent. Just like yesterday we were told, devotee acts in way to create a comfortable position to practice spiritual life. He acts. He acts. Even Bhagavad Gita, to now continue the reflection, Krishna told Arjuna, why did Arjuna go to Krishna? Because he was not in a position to find. He wants to create. He was not able to, in that situation, serve the Lord. His material duties and material attachments were not allowing him to serve the Lord. True? So he revealed his mind to Krishna. Krishna, I want to serve you, but the material desires, material attachments are disturbing me. So Krishna enlightened him so that he can peacefully do devotion service to the Lord. But Arjuna revealed his mind. Arjuna revealed his contamination. Arjuna revealed his attachments, and Krishna instructed him. Just like Prabhupada used to say, I can kick out Maya from your system. He is an acharya, he can do that. But we do not want the attachments to go. We do not want the contaminations to go. And we don't even want to reveal our mind to the Lord. So we can say the deities are the Radha Govinda, they are most powerful. Reveal your mind to them. The Srila Prabhupada is there. Sometimes it may not be possible. You do not know anybody whom I can reveal my mind. At least the deities are there. You can tell them. They can. And they may help you. They may guide you from within the heart as Chaitya Guru. They're sitting in the heart. At least I can do that. Sometimes it is possible, if you are fortunate, you're in the shelter of a Vaishnava who is free, at least compared to you, you can reveal, what do I do? How do I do? The words will help you. The person may not be attached to your desires, other person. See, I may be attached to some person. The other person is not attached. They may say, why, what is so great? Why you are what is so special? And the mind becomes very peaceful. It becomes pleasant. So we need actually, therefore, our objective is that how can I relieve myself from the material contamination? Whole material existence itself is a contamination. Okay? And the different activities I do in the material world, the different situations that Krishna creates in the material world are at every moment for helping us to gradually purify ourselves. Never an exam is there more than our capacity in the spiritual realm. Krishna does not give nothing lamentable, and neither an exam is there which is beyond our capacity. Never. Then Krishna doesn't exist. If something lamentable has happened in the material world, if somebody is in an exam situation which is more than the capacity, then Krishna does not exist. If he exists, what do I do with it? Correct? Every time Krishna is in complete control of the situation. Okay? But Krishna sometimes makes us work. Sometimes Krishna gives something very easily to us and then he makes us work. Now, we try to catch it. And when you're trying to catch it, Krishna is actually gradually in that whole process of devotion service. Our material contamination is actually removed by the act of devotion service, and gradually, as the contamination removes, we actually know what is being a devotee. Devotee means always seeking pleasure of Krishna. And that gradually, that is so impersonalistic now, it becomes so personalistic as we advance. I want Guru Prabhupada to be so pleased. I want Krishna to be so pleased. I want my life dedicated in such a way that both of them are so happy. I can do something that pleases them. And then only when you're acting every moment for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna, your contamination is burning without any direct effort. Now, in the process of Mayavada, where there is no devotion service to the Lord, the purification work is very difficult. I given an example, just like a plate is there, a cooking plate, and it is all rotten, sticking. You're trying to remove. But here, if you switch on the tap, it's very easy to wash off. How do you wash? Suppose you have a plate, we just eaten, and sometimes after eating we start gossiping, and then after that the plate, all the things stick on the plate, dry off. Okay? So one way is that I can give you a blade and you try to remove. That's one way you can try. The easier really go to the plate, to the tap, just put water for some time. As it becomes wet, everything is gone off within takes few seconds. So our process is the second one, switch on the tap. The tap is the chanting of the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So people have practiced various processes, but Srila Prabhupada used to say very proudly, lovingly, match my disciples. So when people follow other path of Krishna consciousness, it is, other paths which they declare to be spiritual. I didn't understand so many of them, we don't even understand what is spiritual about them. But whatever it is, they declare that to be spiritual. Actually, they will not be able to match the progress of anybody who is following Krishna. They cannot match. It's no way near there. They cannot even dream the progress a person makes in direct process of Krishna consciousness, where he's acting under the shelter of Vrajvasis, like Srila Prabhupada, our whole parampara headed by Rupa Anugas, Rupa Manjari. We are all Vrajvasis shelter. Our parampara is Vrajvasi. And we are it's a Goloka team. And we are in the shelter of the Goloka team, trying to execute loving devotion service to Krishna. Material contamination burn on its own without, you don't have to do that. You just think, how do I serve Krishna, my Lord? The contamination is burning and burning. Bhagavatam gives an example when a devotee is about to leave the world. Vaikuntha Vimana came. Who was it, Dhruva or Prithu? Vaikuntha Vimana came. I always forget who. Those who read Bhagavatam will tell me. And then he was walking toward the Vaikuntha Vimana. The Mrityu Purusha came running towards him. Dhruva Maharaj. And what he did? He took his foot and put on his head and climbed the... we are reading the same story, Dhruva Maharaj. Do you see how he leaves the body? before he goes to Dhruvaloka. So what does he do? He's walking and the Mrityu Purusha is coming running towards him. He takes his lotus feet and puts on the head of the Mrityu Purusha, blessing him. And in the spiritual body, then climbs the Vaikuntha Vimana. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? Material contamination just went away in his process of going back to Vaikuntha Vimana. He was just saying, I want to also sit like Dhruva Maharaj on Vaikuntha Vimana. I want to go back to the spiritual world. The material contamination will die in front of you. Prabhupada says you can go back to Godhead just by desiring. No, we can't desire. We are not able to desire. Prabhupada said those who are intelligent, they catch the truth. Who? Those who are intelligent, they catch the truth of. Those who are intelligent, they catch the truth. But we are not intelligent. When they hear from the Shastra how much fun is in the spiritual world, and as we are discussing and planning, now amazing things are coming for decorating the temple and the surrounding. Amazing ideas. And I cannot hold myself, I'll tell you when it is finalized. So how much fun and happiness was there when the devotees, just imagine Krishna is running, going to the covered field and I am running behind. The only thing stopping is my material contamination, which I can't give it up. Just cannot give it up. Isn't that the problem? We have disinherited ourselves from imagine the joy of playing with Krishna. We hear in the Krishna book, they are throwing lunches here, there, and they're saying who will going to catch Krishna first, and then they go to the forest, they share the meal with Krishna, looking at Krishna with everybody's center is Krishna. All are looking at Krishna with so much love. And here we are in the material world, totally in the realm of material contamination. Only if we can give up this contamination, we can go. Yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punnikarmana te. Only they. Dvandamo nirmuktam, giving up all this dualities of the material world. Because once we are in the material contamination, the dualities become very strong. It's too hot now. It's too cold. It's very beautiful. It's very ugly. Very tasty. Not so tasty. So most of us are actually thinking about our own gratification, and our pleasures and pain are based on our own gratification. And so in the beginning stage, when we come to spiritual life, first not properly, first this becomes zero. So these people, we tend to become like Mayavadi. कुछ भी खिला दो, चलता है, सुंदर है वो है, तो तुम भगवान को डेकोरेट कैसे करोगे? If you do not know how one combination of jewelry makes something beautiful or ugly, how will you decorate the Lord? How will you cook for the Lord? कुछ भी बना दो, दा दो. श्री राधा गोविंद कीजिए, चलता है, कुछ भी खा लेंगे, कुछ भी भगवान को दे देंगे. And dress में कुछ, जैसे most of the temples, what they do, they just put something. It's kind of a, anyway they are Mayavadis, most of the temple. They just want tie one cloth. They just, even around Lakshmi, they will just tie one small sari. But here in ISKCON, 2 hours decoration minimum. Now some temples have a big team. In fact, I am also supposed to have a team of 10 people to take care of one set of deities in ISKCON. And if you all come, actually my altar is so big, I can have 3 deities. But what to do? You all want to stay in material contamination. Don't want to run and come. Yes, I want to serve Krishna. Isn't it? Suppose in your city Krishna has come, he is standing. No, just like Arjuna was saying, Swajanam hi katham Krishna. Krishna, my own men, how can I kill them? So we are locked within our realm of the small boundaries of, the so-called relatives. And we are not able to. So, okay, at least desire should be there. Like Srila Prabhupada wanted to fulfill the mission of his spiritual master. He had to wait for some time, not small time, 30 years. Is the realm of, he's a pure devotee of Krishna, but realm of people who are not interested in anything to do with pure devotion. Imagine an acharya who wrote to the President of India, I'm crying alone in wilderness, and the heart is burning with the desire to give everybody Krishna consciousness. Just imagine, we can see how much is it burning. You used to sleep just 2 hours, but tremendous energies, keep writing, preaching. We showed his energy to the last breath, how much he is burning to spread Krishna consciousness. But so the Prabhupada, those who have life will only preach. And what life? He is an associate of the Lord. He has so much energy to serve the Lord. True? So similarly, we should have the desire. How can I do that? And then we can add 2 more deities. We have only one. How beautiful it will be. 3 conches will blow together. But what to do? I am in the realm of a material conch. I cannot. How beautiful it will be. 3 conches blowing together. How it will echo so nicely. Take care. But whatever Krishna gives us, take happily. Take it happily, whatever Krishna gives. So whenever there are obstacles, instead of, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada says, and if we generally, our mental tendency is that we see visible faults in others, to start meditating on that. We should meditate on our own fault and stay peaceful. And other people, it is his life. We have to deal with it. You are sitting in a jail, a jailer is a crazy, you can all the time think about this crazy fellow. Put me inside the jail, what do I do? You do be expert to get out of the jail at that moment, but instead of meditating, just like I discussed, the Pandavas and Kauravas, and in fact, see, this has come to me after 30 years. How much Prabhupada books has wonderful jewels and gems we can take after so many years. So Pandavas and Kauravas are fighting. There is a conflict there. Both of them having a conflicting idea on who should rule this world, what should be the way things should happen. And the Kauravas, and it actually, even before the war, the Pandavas have won the war. Why? Conflicting situation will come. That's what people have, materialistic ideas. We have another idea. You have in this way I should do dharma, this is why my duties are. The other person will also feels the duties are in another way. But the big but is the difference in the consciousness. You can bring in the legality of this today day, that day, and you say maybe some people reason out. I think even Kauravas who should have got the kingdom. They had the kingdom. Pandavas asked only the half. But still, actually, Pandavas won the war before the war started by consciousness. Even though so much injustice had happened to them, even though the property was unnecessarily stolen by them, even though there were so many sins that happened to them, the attempts to kill them so many times, but still their heart was on Krishna. You do not see in their heart any negative feelings for the Kauravas. Very peaceful. Very. Just because there was so much injustice happened to them, what happens to us when somebody does injustice? You start crying helplessly. True? It's not that I'm saying. If it is, suppose you are there and another devotee, the injustice is happening to the devotee, you should not see his karma. You're going to go to hell if you don't try to save the devotee. Correct? You cannot say, oh, no, it's karma, let him be. You should try. Your karma now. You're also being watched. But the person, as he should understand, that instead of meditating, like Pandavas, Krishna was always thinking how to save them. Okay? Great. And he did save them. And avashya rakshibe Krishna will certainly protect. But in the situation where their heart, they had no anguish for it. They knew he is fool. Arjuna said, Durbuddhe, no intelligence. But also they know Krishna is in control. And in their heart, there is no negative feelings for anybody. Arjuna, with that kind of feelings, would not have understood one word of Bhagavad Gita. Duryodhana and other people, even if they heard, his father Dhritarashtra heard that Bhagavad Gita says, other people there is no mention. But even using of common sense, even if he would have heard some words, he was not in a position to understand one word because he lost the war before it started, because in his heart there was so much anguish for the Pandavas. And Pandavas, in their heart, there was no fear when the war started. Why there was no fear? Because in their heart They were lotus feet of Krishna. So difficult situations come, but the point is because of material contamination, we develop negative feelings for some other people. Be very peaceful. What can he done? Just like Jesus said, my Lord, please forgive him. They don't know what they are doing. Correct? When Haridas Thakur also came in the marketplace, what did he say? My Lord, please don't punish them. He's very peaceful. Devotee even thinks about the best for the enemy. It is not that he becomes a fool, like yesterday I said. This does not mean the foolish non-violence of Gandhiji. No, it doesn't matter, Everybody is good, We have to be intelligent. You have to use your daksha. Raghunath Das Goswami did so much effort to reach the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It took some time. He was trying. It took many attempts, are all waste. He was trying, but he was patient. He was trying. Isn't it? Srila Prabhupada was trying. It took 30 years, but he was trying. And in one sense, there was a lifetime of preparation. His desire to serve, he's playing the part. Desire to serve the mission of spiritual master is growing and growing and growing within his heart. What he can do is doing. He's writing books, he's writing magazines. What is as much freedom Krishna is giving him, facility is doing. Okay? So we should always have patience. In the shloka, there is a two thing, material contamination and patience. So as we serve Krishna, just like Gayatri Mantra, so many mantras are chanted in the mind. Who can stop you chanting? You can chant in the mind. Gayatri Mantra is totally chanted in the mind. And it is more complicated also. There are 7 Gayatri Mantras we chant. So the same way Hare Krishna Mantra can also be, just little practice. It's not impossible. It is not that it is practice. You can just practice chanting loudly. Sometimes you get sick. What do? You have high fever. You cannot chant. Sometimes you may have some mouth, everybody gets nowadays because whole day khatram, they keep eating, no control. Then the teeth become spoiled. And then you have some operation of the teeth. Your mouth is sealed for a few days. How do you chant that? You chant in the mind. Correct? So somewhere or another chanting should happen. You are in a situation, uncomfortable, okay, do it. Devotional service is called ahetuki. It cannot be stopped at any time. It cannot be stopped. You can keep praying. Okay. Tatya Nukambama Sukshamana. Always, my Lord, please be merciful to me. Please be merciful to me. Please be merciful. But it is a material contamination. Instead of praying to the Lord, instead of begging for Krishna's mercy, instead of aspiring to join in the Krishna Leela, it throws us into the realm of unwanted kachara, of kama, krodha, and all. We are lost in the material world. Isn't it? So material contamination is disinheriting us from the loving pleasure of devotion service to Krishna in the material world and in the spiritual world. It takes it away. It's taking us away. It is spoiling our present and also spoiling our future. So, past was gone anyway. In the millions and billions of years of our material desires, that will not go away in 1 second. When you switch off a fan, it doesn't go in 1 second. It takes time. So purifying the heart in material contamination will take time. Will take time. The tree doesn't grow in a day. The woman doesn't deliver a child in a day. That's the example given. Similarly, purification also is not one moment activity. Patiently, shanai. That day I give you a quotation of Brahma Samhita. Gradually, the mountain of sinful activities and desires are washed away. Gradually. And more, Krishna brings us helplessly to his lotus feet. Okay? And sometimes the difficult position help us to trigger us to hold on to the lotus feet of Krishna more tightly. Vipada tantu sashasha tatra tatra jagadguru bhavato darshanam yasya apunah bhavadarshanam. Did she lament the difficult position? She is not lamenting the difficult position. When when Queen Kunti is praying to the Lord Krishna, her heart is not filled with anguish for the Kauravas. No. She knows the truth. Vishan Mahagne, she talks about all the situations she faced. And temporarily she may be aggrieved when she was met by Uddhava. That how you're feeling in Hastinapur. She says, how I'm feeling. My condition is like a mother trying to protect the children, but surrounded by wolves who want to devour my children. These people want to kill my children. I'm feeling so difficult. And she was crying. That may be just an expression as a mother, loving affection of a mother. But as such in the heart, she was tightly holding on to the lotus feet of Krishna. Okay? So the life and the different gymnastics of the life will bring conflict. We feel this is correct. Other person who is controlling us feels something else is correct. And we are stuck. We feel that him is a demon, he's a Rakshasa, he's a Hevan, whatever. Do not allow that negative energy to come. Just like Suniti told Dhruva Maharaj, my dear child, do not wish bad for anybody. She told, a great injustice has happened to Dhruva Maharaj. But he said, don't do that. Do you think Dhruva Maharaj would have succeeded in his meditation on Krishna? He would also, I have to finish that Surichi. No, when he came back, first he took blessings of Surichi also. Similarly, Lord Rama, when he came back, he took blessings of everybody, including the mother who sent him away for 1 verse. True? Is it said or not? That's the nature. Why not become a great man? Why not become a great man? People infected by material energy, by material qualities, material desires, speak something. And we feel like that. Sometimes we get angry, lusty and all the things. What can I do? Forgive me because of contamination. I just momentarily acted like that. We want to be forgiven in a second for our stupid activity. Another person should not be forgiven for eternity. We should not have like that. We should be transparent. Okay. When I want to be forgiven in a moment, why not forgive other people? Okay. Today, covered by material energy, the person is behaving in such funny ways. But actually, he was not always like that. And if Krishna willing, Krishna's mercy is there, the person will change. So we are peaceful. So that in our heart, the meditation remains on the lotus feet of Krishna. It's not that we are not intelligent, because Madhyamadikari preacher means he recognizes the different kind of people and he acts accordingly. He ignores of people who are offensive to the Lord. He makes friendship with the people who are doing. Everything is now based on the person's connection to the Lord. Most of us, our relations is based on our connection to somebody. Correct? If somebody is honoring me, he is my good friend. If somebody is dishonoring me, he is my enemy. Our whole thing is based on that. Somebody is kind to me, he is, my great elder. Somebody, falls at my feet, I bless him. Everything is me. Whole focus is me. The devotee, that focus changes to the Lord. Oh, this person is so much lovingly serves the Lord. I wish I get his association. Oh, this person is such a nice devotee. I feel good in his company. Oh, can I make friendship with him? Oh, this person, I feel I can guide him in Krishna consciousness. Mercy. Oh, this person is so offensive to the Lord, I ignore him. So the whole criteria, instead of ourselves, becomes a Lord. The whole criteria becomes purification of material contamination. This person association is encouraging me, purifying me from material contamination. I want his association. This person is actually increasing material contamination. I keep my heart away. Now this is an art actually, because sometimes we feel somebody the materialist, somebody is totally in the realm of sense gratification. So-called may call himself Brahmana. We don't see any desire in him for self-purification. So sattva samshuddhi, no desire for self-purification. So how do you deal? We don't associate. So what do you do? We analyze people X, Y, Z, all these 4 categories of Madhyamadikari, and you're walking, hey, duro se. No, physically may not be possible sometimes. Your own father, your own brother, your own friend, your own boss in the office may be full of material, and maybe in a category of offensive people. So then we should know the art. And this takes little time. I told you, like when I started preaching Krishna consciousness, in the beginning I was fighting a lot, because I didn't do this 4 divisions. And I didn't keep it in the heart. Oh, how are you? I heard you got a nice job. It's so wonderful. I learned that. Until you learn that, it is very difficult to practice spiritual life. You have to be totally normal to a person who is not interested or offensive to Krishna consciousness. Very, very normal to him. Oh, how everything is nice. Yeah, you had a breakfast. Yeah, today was a good breakfast. Yeah, weather is great today. It's a little hot. Because he in the realm of material field only talk about that. Like we had even that great Rishi when he came to meet the king, Angira, when he came to meet Chitraketu. What did he ask him? How is your kingdom going on? Are all the subjects obeying you? Is there any disturbance in the kingdom? Did he ask him? How is your purification? This is not a question for him. Don't embarrass him. Don't embarrass him or agitate him. Hey, kya bujh rahe ho? Pagal ho gaye kya? Don't ask him. So we should know, we should learn to live normal with people have no interest in Krishna because, but the heart, you know the big joke, no? There was a crocodile and there was a monkey. So what happened was that the monkey was, a good friend and he used to give him some very nice sweet fruits from the tree he used to stay. So both became friends and the crocodile used to give him a ride on the water. He used to enjoy, sit on his back and enjoy. One day what happened, some of the fruits he gave, the crocodile, this is all Hitopdesha stories, so these are, otherwise, crocodile talking and all. So these are for Hitopdesha stories for our moral lessons. I think in Western world also these stories are differently named. So when the crocodile went to one day to his female crocodile, she said that these fruits it had given me are very tasty. Where did you get? My friend monkey gave it. Very nice. The fruits are very tasty. So I want to eat that monkey. So why? If he's eating all the time such fruits, his heart will be very sweet. And there are crocodiles are generally non-veg. I know an exception of one temple crocodile, which is a vegetarian, but generally they are non-veg. So give me, I want to eat that monkey. She said, no, I cannot do that. He's such a close friend. Then I'm not going to talk to you. I cannot live without you. Chalo. Mohabbat mein kurbani. I'll give you my sweet friend monkey. So he goes to that place and when the friend is on his back and they're having a ride, he tells my friend, I've told you something sad today. Today is your last day. He said, why? What happened? My female friend, I can't live without her. She has asked, she wants to eat you today. And your sweetheart, she's telling. Oh, really? What happened? What? I left my heart on the tree. Oh, really? So he comes back and the monkey, as usual, jumps on the top of the tree. Ta-ta, ta-ta. So, what did he do actually? One thing is that we should be intelligent. We should be daksha. When Rupa Goswami told a lie, when Sanatan Goswami told a lie to that I am going to Makkah, where Srila Prabhupada told the lie that I am going to, he didn't tell I am leaving home forever. Even Buddha left in the middle of the night, even Lord Chaitanya left in the middle of the night. So when these things happen, the Shastra say, Prabhupada says rather in one purport, in such transcendental cheating, everybody is benefited. So sometimes when we are little playing with a situation or some karmi people around us to expand our freedom to practice Krishna consciousness, we should not have any guilt that you're doing something bad. No, nothing guilt. All Prabhupada did it. But so everybody has done it. Everybody does it. Okay? So these are all intelligent. Prabhupada calls this such transcendental cheating. Okay. Now coming back to that monkey example. So when you're living in a metal atmosphere with the people who are, because Shastra says asasanga tyag. So you're living with atmosphere of the people are full of metal desires and strong things. It's very, very important for us within the heart that we understand that association means what? We should understand. Association, just like the monkey said, my heart is left there. So similarly, when we are looking in terms of Krishna, nobody can contaminate us. Is this person interested in pure devotion service to Krishna? No. In the heart, the respect should be like a respect you give to an insect. Brahma Rudradi Kita ite. When Brahma Rudra, if they are not interested in serving Krishna with such a big post, a pure devotee takes it like an insect. Vyavarika level is different. It's like some ministers come, we put garland to them, we do Vyavarika level. At the heart there is nothing. And they speak so many things, it doesn't touch us because the contamination starts because of some external situation. We start respecting somebody. He may be very rich, he may be very powerful, he may be this, he may be that, he may be with white hairs, he may be this or that, and he's speaking some nonsense, and you're hearing with respect. Then his desires come and they are loaded into our consciousness and they disturb us. When you have no respect for that, then nothing. Okay? So constantly we should pray to the Lord. Sometimes we are eating, we are not situation, we have to eat bhoga. Just pray to the Lord in the heart. Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Then eat. Sometimes we are stuck. What to do? In a jail you are sitting. Somebody gives you food with onion, garlic. What you will do? You cannot do anything. Just as far as you can see, you remove and eat. And pray to the Lord, my Lord. Please try to understand my situation. Like Guru Maharaj, some disciples told him, Guru Maharaj, you have to write a Vyas Puja offering. We have a few more hours, then it's the last, then the deadline. So he said, okay, start recording. He said, Prabhupada, I want to serve you. But what is my condition now? His whole body is gone. He cannot even brush his teeth with his own hand. But still I'm trying. So we are also like that, totally stuck in the material world and without material contamination. Here is somebody, only body is incapacitated, but the consciousness is pure. That is much better. That is much better than our condition. You see somebody, in a not in a physically movement condition, you say, oh, so sorry. No, look at yourself, that is much worse condition, where the consciousness is handicapped. The body is handicapped, doesn't matter, my Lord, let my body be handicapped. My consciousness should not be handicapped. My consciousness should be free, but what can you do? Our consciousness is so handicapped, so difficult, loaded with material contamination that we are not able to even smell so much of material contamination. We are not even able to smell the sweetness of love of Krishna. We are not even able to smell that. Okay? So keep the target. Prabhupada says you have made a decision to go back to Godhead. It's a very big decision you have made, not a small decision. Now Krishna will take care. But be there, ready to take on the test of Krishna. Use your intelligence so that the situation is comfortable. Don't agitate the situation so that it becomes difficult to even practice Krishna consciousness. Be patient, okay? And always remember, we have taken this path of self-purification, and to go back to Godhead, heart has to be totally purified of any material contamination. And Krishna, with his own will, see, we cannot break our head against the wall. Sometimes we see things are not possible. Sometimes be peaceful, be very peaceful. Krishna has ordained certain situation in front of us. Let us try to do whatever I can do to advance Krishna consciousness. And one day, like Narada, we will be free. You want to walk? You can go to the spiritual world. If you want, you can go to Kamsa. How are you, Kamsa? He's not even scared of going to hell into devotion service to Krishna. He goes to even, we see the instance, he's talking to Ravana, he's talking to Kamsa, and Dhira Adhira Jana Priyo. He is dear to even the Adhiras. He can walk anywhere. Kamsa, hey, Narada, you has come. He gives him, hey, all of you, everything, all meetings are cancelled. Narada has come. Even he wants to hear. What's going on? Oh, so Devatas have come. What? All of them have come. They're all preparing for the advent of Krishna. Really? Yes. And he's, and looking at Narada, he doesn't get angry. Dhira Adhira Jana Priyo, the Vaishnava becomes so exalted. In his heart, there is no anger even for the enemy. Such a great heart a devotee is having. So beautiful heart is having. Again, the golden heart and the situation. So we peacefully practice Krishna consciousness, patiently. Do not forget, removing the contamination from the heart is the goal of our life. Okay? And continue on. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Let me see if somebody... We have jumped the time. Aishwarya Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
You want to add something? Patience and material contamination.
The external energy of Maya puts us in and that's why we have this material contaminations. But Krishna only give the solution also, Prabhu. Like he sends the spiritual master, he gave us scriptures. So everything Krishna only is providing. So it's actually good for us. It's for our he's reclaiming the fallen conditioned souls by these ways. So suffering is also part of it, so that this material world is not good for us. We realize that this is Dukhalema Shashvatam, and we have that desire, as you said, to go back to Godhead. If there is no suffering, then we might be here only, and we may not develop that desire. So Krishna is so merciful that even during suffering, he is sending Vaishnavas and scriptures and spiritual master to reclaim us back, because he loves us. Hare Krishna.
Amazing. So wonderful. All devotees are so fortunate. So we should see sometimes how much loving Krishna is. Yes, because of seeing the suffering of the conditioned soul, we were loaded with material contaminated suffering. Krishna so lovingly gives us the Shastra as Vedavyasa. He comes down as wonderful deities like Shri Radha Govinda. He, gives us great saints like Vedavyasa, Narada, Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya. Great saints come to this world, all on the impetus of Krishna. Krishna is actually so loving. We should never forget that. Never lose faith. Sometimes it does happen, we get difficult position. Don't lose faith of Krishna's loving affection. That is always there. And sometimes we may not be able to understand why at this moment Krishna gave me the difficult position, but very soon Krishna will reveal. Yes, Godeshi Mataji, Hare Krishna, what do you like to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Pranam Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I feel Krishna is making us instrumental to help others come into Krishna consciousness, and also trying to make us more stronger. That's what I feel from my realization or my experience, Prabhuji. And devotees help each other. So he's using the stronger devotees to help the upcoming devotees become stronger.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. Lalita Mataji, you like to add something?
No, Prabhuji, what Aishwarya Mataji said is right, we are not put in the grind only to learn lesson. Every day is a lesson, and we need to put it into practice also. But very difficult. Takes a lot of time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare. Vipin Vilas Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam. Prabhuji, just now actually I can say 3 years back only we started learn ABCD, real ABCD, association, books, chanting and diet. So we are very grateful, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes, somebody else wants to add something. I'll open up. Please start off. Hare Krishna. Nobody wants to add anything to it? Yes, screen is on. Okay, thank you everybody. Where is today our friend? Puja Vrinda. Mangalamai Shripa. That is Mangala Mataji? Yes, Mangala Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mangala Mataji, you want to add something?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare, where are you? You are in America, I heard?
Yes, Prabhuji.
We are privileged to get from heaven some statement. So you are living in a material heaven. Huh? Is it a heaven or it's not a heaven?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Whole India is desiring to come to America, thinking America is a heaven. What do you feel? It's a heaven?
Nothing like that. Everything is available in India, Prabhuji. Everything.
So we are happy in India now. Huh? Tell us, what do you feel about anything you wanted to add? Material contamination, our determination, our patience?
To attain the determination, we have to have patience. Patience is the first preference for me. If patience is there, automatically your determination, you can achieve anything. Is it
Thank
okay, Prabhuji?
Thank you, Mataji. Keep good health. Your health is good now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Is it very cold there?
peace. Very good.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Suma Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my realization is that, Prabhuji, what I feel is, as soon as we come to Bhakti, we started looking at around us as materially contaminated. We think that we are perfect. So that has to be changed initially. And every difficult situation that we face, and after that, and when we feel that we are not able to chant, and we are, because of our actions, how we reacted in that situation, and because of that, when we are not able to chant, we fall at his lotus feet and cry for mercy, and the gurus also. And that time we have to introspect ourselves, like how we have reacted and what is our feeling for others when we intervene with them. So has the heart really changed, transformed? So that we have to look for. Whether we still carry that jealousy or angry or envy or anything, any negative emotions towards them, that we have to look for in each difficulty or any, problems that we face by the Maya, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, the greater the devotee, the greatest devotee is that even for the enemy he wishes well. That is the great man. True. When see, a small man only thinks about himself. Little bigger man thinks good about his family, and little big about friends, little big about other people. But the greatest man, even for the enemy, wishes well. In his heart there is no negative feelings for anybody. True? Atmakritam Vipakam, all my sinful activities. I see the immediate cause of that requires lot of realizations and love of Krishna, intense love of Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna, thank you. Thank you everybody for your participation. Please read the shloka, think about something so you can also participate. We want all of you to become great teachers, preachers. Okay? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Sagar pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you. Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat pranam.